Evening, y'all. Tonight, we're going to be painting this orc 3D printed at BC Hobbies. And we're going to be reviewing Vallejo Xpress Color paints along the way. To start off, I primed him with a dark gray and dry brushed these lighter gray and white tones to create a slap chop zenithal highlight. Let's get going. To start off, we're going to be putting some Wasteland Brown onto his tunic. Vallejo Xpress Colors are a contrast paint. They're much thinner than a regular acrylic paint. They have the consistency more of a wash or an ink, and they have the effect of tinting the color underneath while also shading the recesses and leaving the higher portions of that surface a lighter version of that color. As you can see, our orc's tunic is coming along nicely. A little bit blurry. There he is. Next up, we're going to apply some Orc Skin to his flesh. Be sure to shake your paints well before use. There, a lovely shade of green. And as you can see, in areas such as the face, the crevices all have a darker shade of green, and areas such as the nose have a lighter shade of green, just from one application of paint. Next up, we're going to apply some nuclear yellow. One thing to be cautious of when using these paints is how long it'll take them to dry in areas such as this recess. So when you're applying your next coat on a different surface, you want to be careful not to mix them in those areas. It's not a super strong yellow, but with another coat or two, it'll stand up more. Next up, we're going to apply some black Lotus to his beard. I think I'm going to go back with the nuclear yellow onto his tusks. Delightful. Now I'm going to use some space gray as a really easy way to mimic some metallics. Again, remember to shake your paints really well, or they may come out with the pigment having separated, such as in this pool here. If you have an area where the paint spills over, such as this spot on his wrist where I didn't really want to get that paint, you can just get your brush wet, go back, and go over it again with some water. Dry your brush off, sweep over that area again. You can actually seep up any excess paint you didn't mean to apply. As you can see, in a very short amount of time, I managed to cover the entire mini with some color there. Not a ton of variety so far, but we're going to add some more colors to his fur and take that a bit of a different direction from his tunic. Try out some dwarf skin on that fur. That's looking a little more furry. Okay, adding the dwarf skin over top of that nuclear yellow definitely brought the furs to a bit of a darker tone. I think I still want to add some more variety to this mini though. So we're going to go over his tunic again, and we're going to go with something a little more vibrant. Let's add some Cardinal Purple over top. Now when I first started applying this Cardinal Purple, it went on very, very thick. So I immediately thinned it down with some water because I didn't really want to completely cover that brown up. So what I'm going to do now is go in with some Express Medium and dilute the Cardinal Purple. I'll just stir it in there. I think that might need even more medium. Seems to be a very vibrant paint. Okay, let's see how this applies. That's more what we're looking for. As you can see, that layer of diluted Cardinal Purple has really brought our brown tunic to more of a ruddy red leather texture. Very nice. Maybe a little more yellow on the tusks. Yeah. One of the things I really like about the Vallejo Xpress paint is how you can play with the colors you're applying over top of each other, such as the Cardinal Purple over top of that brown, giving a very satisfying effect on that tunic. One thing to be aware of is that you really don't need much paint on the palette to cover your miniature. I ended up using quite a bit more than I needed to. And there we go. Using Vallejo Xpress Colors, we've got a fully painted mini, and it only took about a half hour. Very happy with the result. The only thing left to do now is to give him a lightsaber. Vallejo Xpress Colors. Get them now at BC Hobbies.